Welcome to Catalyst Conversations, a podcast from the Foundation for Evangelism, where we talk about evangelism, discipleship, and sharing the good news of Jesus Christ with a hurting world. We hope that this podcast series can help you start a conversation in your faith community. In this episode, 3 Equipping the Local Church grant recipients candidly share how they avoid burnout and how their churches and loved ones support them.
How do you keep going? How do you renew yourself? How do you sort of hold on to the main thing when you are sort of doing the main thing, if that makes any sense? What's going to keep you from burnout, I guess? Or compassion fatigue. I'll use the church word, compassion fatigue. Okay.
I'll say that in the last 14 months, there have been harder stories that I have had to listen to than I have in 15 years of ministry. But there's been, such beautiful stories of transformation, restoration, and hope. So I think it's balancing those is a big part. My wife tells me all the time, everybody needs counseling, and so I'm good with that. Like I have people that I talk to. I said this on a walk yesterday morning with my wife. I said, I know that I am in a unique position. My church, and I guess it's just because of where they were, they care for me so well. With my other daytime job, we handle our district assemblies, and that's my main thing, and it happens during the summer. And so summer was tough, and they knew it. And so right after that, I walked into the church, and the board had met, and then the rest of the church had talked, and they just blessed my family, my wife and I, with a getaway. Just us, took all the kids. Remember, I have 4. So that's a miracle. Yeah. But I've experienced burnout. When we were in Spain, and this is one of the reasons that my wife went into professional counseling, is because she suffered from postpartum depression. Our daughter, our oldest, was born in Spain, and then we adopted 2 boys out of foster care with trauma, ADHD, other stuff. So it's had to be putting a rhythm in our lives of noticing when those things are coming. I believe we have those boundaries and those guardrails in place in a really good way, and I'm hoping that continues to sustain us. That I have very observant people that see when it's too much, and are gracious enough to say, it's okay for you not to be here. I live an hour from the church that I serve at. It was supposed to be a 2-month interim. So talking about the laity and the clergy working together, there's no other way I could do this. besides the people that are serving day in and day out where we are. So yeah, I don't know if that completely answered your question. I went a few different directions, but
Thank you.
My seminary, the first one, really hammered that a healthy pastor is less expensive than a crisis pastor. So they really encouraged us to take advantage of any and all resources whenever possible. So I have used our EAP program twice for the counseling.
What EAP?
Employee Assistance Program. Our conference links us to mental health resources as needed. I've used that twice. I am here for 2 more nights. I've discovered that Veterans Day weekend is a great weekend for a pastor to take off and rest before Christmas. So here we are. Good timing, y'all. What's the other thing? Oh, I'm just really intentional about taking care of myself and using the resources that we have. I go to the gym fairly often because I'm a better pastor if I've put the stress at the gym instead of the commute home. I'm a half an hour only from my church. But I really am trying to be intentional about balancing my time off. I know that next week I have a really crazy schedule, so this week I didn't do much. And my body lets me know. Naps are really good.
For me, I'm a licensed social worker by trade, so I just know practice, but in the church. But and my wife is a biological scientist, so she is one of my best critiques, and I've been blessed on all levels that I have a loving church that recognizes self-care and emphasize.
For their pastor, you mean?
Huh?
For their pastor.
Yes, for their pastor.
Yeah.
And they emphasize that to me. And I'm a 5th generation pastor, so I get requests from my father, my uncles, and all of them about you need to take care of yourself. So we have it set up that my wife is my biggest counselor, that she'll take my phone, put it on silent, put it upstairs, and I used to look for it, like, where's my phone? But she will hide it because she knows as long as I see it, I'm going to be ready to answer it. So we found out that spend my quality time with my family, my children, and then me and her have a date night at least once a week, away from the church. And the church usually give me 2 or 3 weeks right after Thanksgiving. I'm looking forward to that. Right after Thanksgiving to just go enjoy myself with me, my wife, my children, and everything. So all levels, God is blessed that everyone sees the importance of self-care, sometimes better than I do.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Catalyst Conversations. We invite you to use this and our other episodes to start or keep a discussion going in your community. We hope you'll join us in celebrating the Foundation's 75th year. We have several in-person and virtual events planned, and you can find out more by going to foundationforevangelism.org/75 years.